So I understand that you are a bit of a fan of young people and getting young people involved.
Yes.
And maybe that's why we're able to get her to join us today. And you're also a parent. Talk to me a little bit about the journey of a parent and bringing your own kids into your philanthropy. And also, what is it? What is it about the promise and opportunity of young people that inspires you?
It is, because everyone has profound moments. I'm sure some of you in this room are parents. For me, becoming a parent, of course, it's an understatement to say it changed my life. Yes, it did. It then became important for me to make sure that my children understood, in whatever way you choose, it's important that you leave the world a better place than when you left. And I think our first experience with that was when I mentioned I brought my daughter home from Bangladesh. There were two babies. They were 10 months old. I found them in Mother Teresa's orphanage. We were working in Dhaka, and they were sick. My daughter had a really bad cleft palate, and she had a number of other issues. The other baby had a heart condition, and the nuns prevailed and said, you can get him out of here. And I said, I really can get him out of here. I can do that. And this is in the days when they had physical visa stamps, and literally we were stamping the visas in the back of the car on the way to the airport, kind of thing. But I found in my own ability, my own strength, because I was hassled, quite frankly, by the male health workers, the male health ministry, because they were all male members. And they hassled me on the way out of the country and said, we can do these surgeries here. We can fix these kids. We can do this. And we're sitting just like this. And I was sitting where you were. And I looked at him and I was befuddled because I got really pissed at these people. And I slammed my hand down on the table and I said, well then, goddamn it, fix it. Fix them if you can do it. Why haven't you? They're babies. They're little girl babies. They had no use for them. So the health ministry, of course, not knowing what to do with the angry blonde woman in the room, said, Stamper, get her out of here. Move her on. But I then, of course, the epilogue of the story is I brought these two babies home and got off the airplane in Phoenix, and my husband was waiting for me there. I hadn't told him I was coming home with her. I hurried out of the country. I was trying to help these kids, and we didn't have cell phones in those days or any of that kind of stuff. And I stepped off the plane in Phoenix, and of course he was there, and he said, there's a bank of reporters standing there, and he whispers in my ear, well, where's she going to go? I said, she's going to our house, I thought. He just laughed. He goes, I knew that. And that's how he met his new daughter. He's a really good sport. But I tell you that story because... I tell you that story because that's how our family, how my children truly visualized the first time, not the word philanthropy, but what actions can do. And they met their new sister, and of course it's, she's 21 now. But in our family, we believe in not only, to make a long story short, in our family, we not only believe in doing what's right, we teach it by what we do, not so much by sitting down and saying you should be doing this. And we listen to them because we have a daughter that lives in New York, and she's pretty active, and she has her own opinions, and we listen to all of them and what they have to say and how they would like to do and change things. And so that's a long answer to a short question, and I'm sorry, but it's so braided within our fiber that I'm glad to say.
And when it comes to your giving, do your children challenge you?
Yes.
Do they push you?
They challenge us, but they also they've gone out on their own, unbeknownst to us, and then coming back and telling us that they have our Marine Corps boy that got out of the Marines started a foundation, honorvet.org. It's based here in New York, that helps veterans. He was a 21 Marine Corps combat veteran, and got out and saw a real problem with PTSD and other things and employment, and did this all on his own. I couldn't be more prouder of that. And our other boy works on the Mannion Foundation, and among other things, and my two boys together have helped the underprivileged boys in our community through the school that they went to. And so on their own, they couldn't make me any prouder of what they do, with what they do.
I find myself wrapped up in your story and journey and looking at these questions that I prepared, and I find myself lost.
I can't lose you, I'm sorry.
No, it's inspiring. I mean, this is part of the learning journey, is being wrapped up in the identity of others. It's, I believe that some folks in the audience might want to ask a question. Is there?
Yes.
My name is Nominee. I'm from Sweden.
Welcome.
I lived around this camp for 13 years, and I come to Sweden. I want to organize this because man helping Sweden, which is basically give the land and bring a right to the refugees. And I want to know if you're interested in calling me with that too.
I work in DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, and have for many years. Another experience I had getting in the middle of the Rwandan genocide and winding up on then the Zaire side, and we've been working there ever since. The human rights has become, in my opinion, in philanthropy, the premier topic and the premier. And by premier, I mean the most important. It has bubbled and stayed, and now it's boiling at the top. Human rights issues around the world, particularly in that part of the world, because it's underappreciated, it's underobserved, it's misobserved, and it's also ill-funded. The organizations are ill-funded, in my opinion. I laud what you do. I have worked with several organizations on just that issue and just what's going on. And human right, in my opinion, if there's a way, if you're interested in the human rights issues at all, there's thousands of ways to do it. But I think human rights issues are the most important issue that you can get involved in now as a philanthropist, and will make the biggest difference.
So we have a growing movement of young people of very significant access and means imagining global transformation of philanthropy, politics, economics. This is what the Nexus is.
Yeah.
Tara right over there is taking on Nexus India. She spoke to us last night. There's this great promise. What's your best advice for a generation of philanthropic visionaries, just getting out of the starting gate?
First of all, don't be anxious to choose right away. Explore. Follow your heart, because it doesn't work, in my opinion, in philanthropy or aid work or however you want to describe it, humanitarian efforts. It doesn't work if you're not totally drawn to that subject. And I mean, there's thousands. I mean, I've been involved in many different issues from a philanthropic standpoint, but each of them I've become involved with because of an experience that I had. So I encourage you to explore. You don't have to leave the country, by the way. I'm not suggesting that's what you do. But I encourage you to get involved, to explore. Don't be quick to the draw. Don't be, philanthropies and organizations around the world want your money, but they want your mind as well. And that's what's so unique and so fabulous about this generation, because the people I run into now not only want to give money, thank you, but they want to be involved. They want to have a tangible access to the issue or organization or whatever it is that they're involved with. That is what makes you so different and so wonderful. Now I spend a large part of my time putting together trips explorations, whatever it may be, by people who have given their money already to, for instance, I'll use Halo Trust as an example, the landmine organization. We demine around the world. But they want to go. They want to go see where it went. They want to go see what their money did. They want to see how else they can help and offer their advice and their thoughts. And that is invaluable. It's invaluable because there's no one answer to any of these problems or these questions. There's many different answers and many different ways to get to the answer. And of course, the object is to put all this out of work. To make the world. I love thinking big. Make the world a perfect place. But that would be my suggestion first: is explore, because there are many, many different ways you can do this, and we want you for the long haul. That's the best way I can say.